Shalom, shalom. Shalom, shalom.
Shalom, shalom.
We're gonna double check to make sure
Sound check.
it's
1,
customary.
2. My mic
Sound check.
nice. 1, 2.
Video check. Baba Kashak, can somebody make sure that we're all good before we start?
I'll post it on
Call along, Yahweh Shema Shah.
Got sound.
Got sound.
All right, shalom, shalom.
Coming in, coming
We are the brothers of the Great Millstone, the branch here in Chicago. And first and foremost, we want to give all praises, glory, and honor to
Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem, Rakakadash.
double honors to the elders and the apostles. Double honors and to the to the elder bishops, and salutations to all the 144,000 and the scattered elect that are scattered among the heathen that look like the heathen. All right. This is gonna be open forum, and right now we're gonna start with this whole thing about what's going on, supposedly going to happen October 4th, and and then we're halfway through the Wednesday is the 13th.
Yep.
So that was some things that supposedly is gonna happen around the 13th. It's a lot of stuff coming down the pipe. All right. And one of the things are the mandates and the mask being talked about, but as fast as the information about them coming back, more and more information coming against the validity of it all is coming out as well, even harder. It's like even on YouTube, of course, we're not going to mention anything scientific to avoid getting strikes and all that sort of thing. But the faster that they're coming out with all these mandates and all this, you're gonna have to take this thing and take that thing. Mm-hmm. The evidence and the science against it, proving that it's false or not true or not to what they're saying, or what's the word that I'm looking for? Disingenuous. All right, because disingenuous information coming out because there's so many videos that are circulating on TikTok. How Biden and Fauci and all these other guys are all in trouble now, and that the law is coming after them. But that's not playing out on the mainstream media. All you see on the mainstream media is high school bands and bullshit, or they'll show you some Negro crime in the hood in Chicago,
right? Or,
instead of real news,
or a bunch of thievery in California. Which apparently a lot of that is set up.
That's completely set up.
All is set up.
Yeah.
You can't coordinate 40 people, 50 people, 70 people, not one time, not two times, but like dozens of times. Wow. That's set up.
It's a lot of insurance fraud happening. They got exposed on that shit. I was watching the video. They was like, "Go ahead, Ariel."
No, now the insurance companies, even if you're legit, what they'll do is they have they'll pay you half. And they'll send the insurance detection fraud, and they'll investigate you out. Like, look, Edomites didn't get investigated no more. Now they have the Edomites go. They have the claims adjusters go speak to the neighbors to make sure that everything makes sense. Like, for example, and I'm gonna show this up because they're Edomites. This is what Edomites do when they're in the media. There was an Edomite that went to Home Depot. He was a contractor. He went and looked for an employee that was about his height and told him, "Hey, bro, we're about to go to another," because he was going to this Home Depot for years. So one of the times he's like, "Hey, man, I'm about to go work in another state." So this employee that had seen this contractor going there for years was like, "Oh, okay." He said, "How much did they pay you here?" He said, "Such and such an hour." He said, "All right, cool. I can give you $9 more an hour, but I need you to come with me, quit your job, and come work with me."
Oh, shit.
So, buddy quits his job and does minimal task at this guy's house for a week straight. The week before they're going to go on this so-called cross-country trip where he's going to make all this money, what he does is he tells them, "Hey, man, before we go, we're going to take my Mustang. So it's a 57 Mustang. Let's go change the oil."
67, you mean?
Con, you know better than me.
Because Mustangs is
Because you eat them by with money, so the 67 was the start after.
That just was started.
He put the fucking car up. He told Buddy to go under it and switch the oil. So he didn't think anything of it. He's like, "Man, this guy's paying me $9 more an hour. Here to keep paying me a couple of days." You know what this man did? This man waited for him to go under the car. takes out the cat. The car falls him. He sets the car on fire. Now, mind you, this man is his same weight, same height. So what happens is
Isaiah 29:15.
this whole Edomite dies and burns. The only reason they found out because the wife and the husband, mind you, the husband's still alive. The wife and the husband are sending correspondence to email. Yeah, baby, who came to my funeral? No, everybody.
Oh,
Luke
stupid
Luke
nigga.
12 and 2.
Gotcha.
They're talking back and forth about this death, right? About laughing at the dude. And what happened is
Yeah, so they're making fun of his death. They murdered this dude.
they murdered this dude, but check this out. The reason they got caught was because the adjuster was sent to the neighbor and said, hey man, were you watching when the so-called car fire and all that happened? She said, yeah, I know what happened. She said, the business owner sent some young man to go under his car and set him on fire. The only reason they had already sent this bitch $500,000, bro. $500,000. $500,000.
So the chick just ratted. So why did the chick know?
Because these are the people that don't go to work. These are your neighbors that are watching you make your
all
every
day,
move.
every
Rich white people.
So you know what she told the adjuster? She said, I don't know why you would think that this multi-millionaire would do
Get
his
on
own
his own car.
mechanics work like he's a peasant. He said, all we hear, we're multi-millionaires. There's no way you have a mechanic come to your house when you know he come steal and loot your house. He said, this isn't that neighborhood. So the judge was like, wait a minute. What do you mean he didn't do his own work? He said, yeah, he had a young man go under the car. He let she told detail by detail. This is how you know Jake will trick on you. Look, and this is a lesson for us. Jake is watching your every move. So you think your neighbor don't know when you bring in your groceries? You think your neighbor don't know when you do the shit you do? When the shit hits the fan, Jake already been watching you for years, let alone Esau. But guess what? She said, yeah, I seen what happened. She said she took the guy under, they set him on fire, they subpoenaed the emails. That both Edomites were celebrating, baby, who came to my funeral? Yeah, your uncle came, he was sobbing, he left 5,000. Oh yeah, they're corresponding.
And they getting paid from their family.
$500,000. You know what they did? Both of them right now are rotting in jail. They have to at least send 30 years each. But because the niggas was fucking tricking on the fucking emails, they left a paper trail. They said, baby, who came to my... She said, yeah, all I did was serve ham sandwiches, and your family loved it, baby.
That's why. And this Luke 12 and 2. There is nothing covered that should not be revealed.
Hallelujah.
Neither here that should not be known.
That's right.
And that's one example. But this is what's going to happen on a mass scale.
Mm-hmm.
See, Esau no longer is going to be able to
control the narrative.
Yeah, and make himself this angel of light.
That's right.
That's why. See, Elder Malcolm said he didn't want to mention too much science. You know what's funny? You can talk about this shit now.
Oh, yeah.
They don't give you medical misinformation strikes anymore because now Edomites are going in on them. Elon Musk is on Twitter going in on the vaccine.
Well, every time I say it, they get rid of my.
They just hate you.
I say something.
Your reach is too much.
They
don't like
delete
that.
my videos.
Like
So all this information is coming out. Everybody knows what Fossey did was a scam. They talk about the first round, 2020. The first round, let's call it that. That first round was a fucking joke. The world knows that. All right, these other Americans are speaking against it. You got whole channels, whole pages on Twitter that's made for X, they call it now. That's dedicated to that, man. The Lord is making it so Esau ain't gonna be able to hide behind this image of angelhood. He's gonna have to come down, like the scriptures say, with great wrath. He's gonna show his horns. It's Isaiah 32. In fact, the vile person shall be no more called liberal, nor the churl said to be bountiful. For the vile person will speak villainy, and his heart will work iniquity, shall practice hypocrisy, and to utter error against the Lord, to make empty the soul of the hungry, and he will cause the drink of the thirsty to fail. So the Lord is putting them in a position where they're going to show that they're the fucking devils, man.
They already are.
Yeah.
I mean, it's just so, man, on TikTok, there are so many videos where Edomites exposing Edomites. And showing their plans. All right? I mean, it's almost too much to mention. All right, so they're trying to come with the mandates. You got this one guy on October 3rd saying that they're going through the frequency of the 5G. They're going to, with the Marburg virus, and everyone who took a certain thing, got a certain thing in their body, they're going to be fucked up. All right. So, and as a result of that, it's going to look like everybody's getting sick all over again.
Bring it up.
This is Sirach 41:7. The children will complain of an ungodly father because they shall be reproached for his sake.
So like the Elder Malcolm just said, when they flip that on, it's gonna be like a ludicrous song. Stand up, because all them and whatnot. When that shit go up in their blood like that, and that all that graphite do what it do.
They showing you what the graphene actually can do. It's actually technology. That shit is wild. That shit is wild what that shit can do.
Yes.
But Esau also.
So we are electrical beings, man.
Yeah.
There's power in each one of our spirits and the energy. We would talk about that light that in Genesis 1, that light. There's real power that we encase in these bodies. Without the power of the body die. They use and put in things, that graphene and that technology, that medical bullshit. That's on the left hand side. Bro, if they gonna do it, they gonna do it. I don't care anymore, because they gonna do what the fuck they gonna do.
I just wish they would hurry up and do what they do.
Exactly.
I can't mince my words, bro. This is the spirit of the Lord. The Lord gonna do what the Lord's gonna do. Esau has no power here, man. Okay. Right? It's only one true power. The power is Yahweh Shai. Everything is a lesser power. That's not power, man.
And now, with the injectables, Esau came out. This shit bugged out and telling everybody how to get the shit out of them.
Yeah. There's a doctor on a couple different doctors. I might be able to find one. Yes. It's a lot of people speaking on it, and they even doing it like over the counter. They're telling you 3 different things that they can get. That you can get to get that stuff out of your system.
Cleanse your lymphatic system. They gotta cleanse your lymphatic system.
And they giving you the time limit of how long it take to get it out. If you took 1, if you took 2, if you took all of them.
Wow.
How do you know that?
And how do you know that? Well, that means that look, and they can also show you too that America's the home of the cowards and the bend over and take it, and not the home of the brave. Because with all this information out, if you did this to citizens of other countries, they would all their federal buildings and
fire.
They would all be on fire by now.
Yep.
All right.
I got your 29 when you're ready.
But
I have one more verse in this.
Go ahead, brother.
This is Isaiah 32 and 7. The instruments also of the churl are evil. He devises wicked devices to destroy the poor with lying words, even when the needy speaketh right. All right, so everybody knows that they've been put in the church. Well, most people know. There's still some. Everybody knows except for you goofy niggas.
Naive.
And they did. Well, the dumbass people still walking around with masks on. All right, thinking it's going to ask me.
The rest of the world, you know what's funny?
And it's usually dumbass Jake, especially the Northern Kingdom.
I was just gonna say, yeah.
Absolutely.
The immigrants and shit like that, they still believe this shit, man. Everybody else waking up, even these dumb niggas are realizing this shit is bullshit, you know. It's the nigga woman is lost. But these dumb niggas, they even know it's fucking bullshit, man. Alright? Ain't Biden getting investigated, but they don't put that shit out there.
No.
Well, you know, they keep stuff, they monitor it off of the social media that like Facebook, YouTube, YouTube is probably bigger than Facebook, but TikTok is bigger than them both, and it's all over TikTok about all the legal problems that the Biden administration and family is having.
Yeah, I saw one press conference and that was it.
But they're monitoring it on Facebook, Instagram, you know, and all the ones that are American controlled. They're monitoring it. All you're seeing is Trump. You're not seeing all the things, all the indictments, and all the different things that are happening with
TikTok is China. It's controlled by China.
It says the earth shall disclose the blood, and shall no more cover her slain. So we're in a time when the dead body that was under the rug, man, that foot is hanging out.
It's weekend at Bernie's. Weekend at Bernie's.
Weekend at Bernie's.
Matter of fact, I'm gonna send this to you. I'm gonna send this to you when because this is Fox News right here. All right, but bring that out while I send this, brother.
Yeah, I just want to back up.
And let him bring that out. Then bring yours out.
Okay. I got something after Pops.
Okay, this is wisdom of Solomon. I mean, this is Isaiah 29, start 15. Woe to them that seek deep to hide their counsel from Yahweh, and their works are in the dark. And they say, who seeth us, and who knoweth us? So like you said, with all this being said, what are we doing? We sit here now, and even though he thought he got away with all this and did all this, it's being exposed, it's being brought out. So everything you're doing now, you got real genuine eyes on you, which are less, even though they less than the 10,000 times brighter Yahweh Bashim Shah eyes. We see enough of it to report it to you and let you see that guess what? Everything is coming under scrutiny until you shut all this down.
Yeah. Well, it said in that Thessalonians how that that day shall not come except there come a falling away first, and that the man of sin be revealed. That's what's going on.
That's right, and that revealing means,
and
if you reveal, that means you're made bare. And it was Isaiah says, go ahead.
Jeremiah 49:10. But I have made Esau bare. I have uncovered his secret places, that he shall not be able to hide himself. His seed is full, and his brethren, and his neighbors, and he is not.
His seed is poor, so his seed don't want to face up to the fact that their great grandparents was in the middle of this bullshit and that they did, and everything.
Just did a lesson on regeneration.
Yesterday, and that's why he being made bare, because all his secrets that he hid up is coming to the light. Yahweh Shai is exposing this man to the devil he is, to the whole world. So now he can't hide himself and hide under a rock. He got to go full-fledged force man attack now.
The good guy was the villain.
He got to push forward.
Exactly.
Because basically the enemy then got behind him.
Right.
You know, when you trying to get out of a hot zone, all right, and you got, you trying to and what they at now is that they got the enemy on their flank closing in on them, and they can't go back to hide because the enemy's behind them too. And so they have to literally push forward, and they got no other way but to go forward.
They ain't got no choice.
They have to go forward now.
But the pushing forward is set up for an ambush.
The Lord got them fucked up.
They fucked up.
Come on down, boy.
They are actually in the whole damned if you do, damned if you don't.
That's the trick, man.
That's the trick. The Lord, so that snare.
The kill zone.
All them scriptures about the snare. Now they're caught in their own snare. So they're going to just have to reveal, you got us, we're the devil. We've been fucking you up and robbing you and poisoning you. Yeah.
And then do what the fuck I say, I will kill you. And that's what we get now.
And then people will see that what James Fonda said was absolutely right. If somebody can find that. When James Fonda said if we just lock up all white men, we wouldn't have a problem.
That's right.
What's his name? What's the dude, the Mo from the news that said it a couple years back? And how they all they were so offended.
He's gay too.
Just call him a Mo.
No, I'm saying both him and Gumbo.
But for the fact that guy came out and said that that they were the problem, because if they're the ones that go around shooting everybody with these mass shootings. All right,
he a complete coon on CNN.
Yeah, for him to say it. It really, exactly.
It's funny how these progressive Latinas and black women have a white man as a husband.
Sleeping with him.
All these progressive Latinas and blacks have a white husband. They're such about the movement, but they have a cracker digging them down. Alicia Costo, each one of these woke ass bitches got a white man husband.
Yeah. What do they call
Alicia
them?
Casio?
What do they call them? That little group.
You know what I call it? I call them traitors.
No, but they have a name for them.
Swirlers.
No. There's a political name that they use that identify that little group of women out of New York. The nigger woman, the African woman, the Jake. There's a name for them. And all of them.
Oh, I know what it's called. Bitches.
Go ahead.
Correct.
Go ahead, read.
Something crew or something. And they all like that pro people of color, whatever. And the Edomites hate them.
Come does.
But the point being is that all them women are sleeping with Edomites. Man.
Really?
Every single one.
The whole crew.
This is Psalm 64. I'm gonna start at 8. So shall they make their own tongue fall upon themselves, and they that see them shall flee away. So Esau right now, when you really see what's going on, it's a lot of these Edomites that's really exposing Esau.
Yeah.
You know, you go on the TikToks and the news era, and hey, even when you come to the blue letter was written in a bunch of Edomites did that.
Exactly.
You know, we didn't do that. You
Tongue
know,
Scholars,
feel heavy.
biblical scholars.
you know,
Strongs.
right? The Strongs, the whole Strongs, the Edomites came and. You know, the Spirit put it on them to go into it and break down the words and go into the words.
So we can come along
So we can come along and
get it.
get to you where you need to get it.
Hey,
And even what you got going on today, who's really pumping the stabby wabby is false. It's Edomites. They the ones on
Yeah,
the
because
Facebook
Jay
post
dumbass
first.
lined up to get it.
That's
And
it.
now that he said that, bring that video out, brother. My bad.
Did you put it? Where did you
Perfect
Info
time.
room.
Yeah, because Jake believed in America, man. That's why the scriptures say, woe unto you that go down.
Hey, look, I'm gonna say this though. I'm gonna get for once, these niggas got a half a brain on their head. Half these niggas are waking up. These bitches are sold. But there's a lot of niggas that know, man. They ain't with that shit. They ain't putting that shit in me. That's a test. Tuskegee niggas is talking about the Tuskegee experiments.
Oh shit.
Yeah, you regular niggas, man.
That's it.
Niggas
Well, that's
talking
because this word thing went out, man. So
Yeah.
what niggas are starting to do, 2/3 niggas are starting to do is regurgitate what we've been saying for years.
Yeah.
And what we've been saying for years is starting to move through our communities, and not only our communities, through the world.
Man, it didn't work.
Hey,
All right.
also,
Here's the reason why I believe too. So much of the snow, as far as the women, are gravitating toward Jake.
And another thing too, you niggas are weak, man. Cause there's niggas that know they shouldn't do it, and they still do
Anyway.
it. They don't got faith. They don't got no faith. So,
That's right.
like we played that RDC shit. You know, niggas like that, they still get the shit, and they said, "Well, we're gonna make y'all do it. Y'all made us get the vaccine first. We're gonna do that to y'all." But wait a minute, why not just get it if you know what's fucked up? Why would you still comply? That's why Isaiah 10 talks about. Can I read this real quick, y'all?
Go ahead, brother. He loading. He getting that ready. So go ahead.
How this is right on time, man. It's Isaiah 10 and 20. And it shall come to pass in that day that the remnant of Israel and such as are escaped of the house of Jacob shall no more again stay upon him that smote them, but shall stay upon Yahweh, the Holy One of Israel, in truth. All right, so it's all about those. Not only can you, it ain't enough to just know this man is a devil. Every nigga knows this man is the fucking devil. Muhammad Ali, old coon ass, knew this man is a devil. All right, Farrakhan, who's a complete sellout, knows this man is the fucking devil, man. Dr. Umar, who's a fucking goofball, man. Goofball Jamal knows this man is the devil.
That's right.
But they have no other hope. They have no faith.
So
They still
lean
follow
towards
this
his
They don't
devil.
system.
believe. That's
Yeah.
They
right.
still lean toward his system, and his system is corrupt. You can't go
The
to
devil we know as niggas.
You can't go to a poison water source to nourish your people.
That's
and
right.
he's telling you it's poison.
You can't do it.
Right.
All right, and that's the problem. This system is set up as poison. All right, and you still gonna run to this poison system to try to nourish. You can't build your system, your people up within this system. You can't do it. This system has to be wiped away, and that's what the Israelites, the Hebrews, have been telling you. And the Lord is making it happen,
Con.
literally
That's right.
before your face.
Hey, the 2/3 all. This is Romans 11:32. For God have concluded them all in unbelief, that He might have mercy upon all. They don't have. You have to either believe in Yahweh Shai or you don't believe.
That's right. It's all about faith.
You don't have faith in the Most High. He don't give a fuck about you because you don't give a fuck about Him.
Yeah.
It's really simple, man. This is Most
That's
High's
really,
mathematics.
that's really a scary thing. That the most powerful entity that exists
That's right.
actually loves you if you have faith and believe in Him.
And if you don't,
And you
fuck
and
you.
you don't. And the flip side of it is that what's even more crucial. He gives you the gift of that faith.
Come on, man.
You either gonna have it or not.
That's right.
That's
You know,
right.
he's like,
That's
because
right.
he pick and chooses
Who he
who
wants
he's
to
gonna
deal
get that
with.
faith to in the first place. So,
That's right.
you know, if you a 2/3 nigga, man, you good as you the Walking Dead.
That's
Well,
right.
You literally are the Walking Dead, man. You good as dead already.
That's
If
right.
I may say this real quick, the scripture says that all whose name is not written in His book, they're going to marvel after the beast. So if you're not written in that book of life, you're going to believe in the devil, even though the devil's telling you, I'm the devil, this is poison. They got a book called the Talmud. In the Talmud, it says that if we tell you we're gonna kill you,
It ain't a sin.
we're not guilty of your death. So they telling you that with TED Talk, fucking you had what's the nigga name? Gates of Hell. He was saying like, look, we gonna get rid of this many people with
and there's so many sound bites from different speeches and magazines and newspaper covers,
thousands pages, man.
thousands of them, and of him saying it and his constituents, but yet people still ignored it and follow Fauci.
Yeah, that's about the
they were
COVID.
like moths to the goddamn flame, just moths flying to the light, and he telling you he was the Pied Piper. All right.
He wasn't R. Kelly, but he was
I got scripture for you. This is Isaiah 55.
he started that bullshit.
So shall my word be that goeth out of my mouth. It shall not return to me void.
Perfect.
But it shall accomplish that which I please, and it shall prosper in the thing whereto I sent it. All this death that's coming, it was written by Yahweh Shemal Shais too. So you're not going to get around that part of it, but in the process, this man has got to be exposed. His agenda has got to be put on blast. Everybody's got to know that, okay, what we perceive to be the good guy is the bad guy.
Right, and which also means that when they go to demonize us, people are gonna know it. Now that don't mean that they're gonna support us, but they're gonna know. You know, they're gonna know. Hey, they just railroading these guys. This is some bullshit. All right, but play that video, that soundbite.
I guess that's a sucker board every second.
Make sure the sound is up.
And they like black women.
Can I read this real quick while you get this together?
And they like black women. That shit real.
By the White House and the FBI.
And they like black women. That shit real.
By the White House and the FBI.
Why that brother suckers like black women?
Can I read this while you get this together?
I don't even see why that's happening.
Go ahead. This Jeremiah 15:11. The Lord said, the Lord said,
I don't think it's Satan because I have no idea.
It's infinite loop because you turned the volume up while your phone's connected and it's just going through the same cycle.
Okay, I
It's
know what-
Jeremiah
I got you.
15:11.
I got you.
Say you look like, man, y'all blame me for everything, man. Shit.
It's just feedback.
Y'all doing so long. I ain't did this one, nigga.
That was the Lord. That was the Lord
This
right there.
Jeremiah 15:11. The Lord said, verily it shall be well with thy remnant. Verily I will cause the enemy to entreat thee well in the time of evil and in the time of affliction. Hey, it's gonna be, and the Lord's so raw, man. Scriptures like this is written as a comfort, and it's gonna show the Lord's might too, man. All right, because Elder Malcolm made a good point. A lot of these people, when Esau go to slander us and say what they gotta say, they gonna know that it's bullshit. And a lot of people are gonna treat us well, it even says. They gonna look out, and the Lord already gave us an example of this, man.
That's right.
With Representative Bass, man.
Yeah.
Cameron Bass
That's
went
right.
on there and checked the
Cussed the
FBI
ass.
multiple occasions.
She made them look really bad.
They mentioned the Hebrew Israelites specifically.
That's right.
All right, and she rebuked their ass.
That's right.
Even they tried to put a fake, some other situation that happened and say he with us. She said she cut them on that. All right, the Lord is with us. So hey, this they can't touch us, man. The fuck, that's that simple. They can't touch us. It said they go. I'm reading it over. Yahweh said, Jeremiah 15:11. Yahweh said, verily it shall be well with thy remnant. Well, we just read about the remnant, Isaiah 10 and 20. Those that ain't got to stay upon Esau no more. All right, us that's going to trust in Yahweh B'Shem Yahshua is already trusting in Yahweh B'Shem Yahshua B'Shem Kakodash. It's going to be well with us. Verily I will cause the enemy to entreat thee well in the time of evil and the time of affliction. These, don't be surprised, but shit crack, man. And some Edomites may be looking out for you. And that's why we were talking about Elder Malcolm's TikTok before we started his one TikTok. It's Edomites that subscribe to your channel and agree with you.
A lot of them.
They be like, yeah, that's true. They see the water, the rain clip you showed. You showed the video with the trees. Why is the summertime and half the trees dead like it's the fall?
And now
There's a lot of Edomites commenting like, yeah, man, that's some real shit.
Thank you.
Black nigga, you're right, man. I'm with you. They hate you. Yeah, he's a smart nigga. He's one. What they say, Django? That's one of the million niggas.
That's 1 in 10,000.
He speaks so well.
They so hate us, but they can't help but agree like something's different.
A lot of them women, a lot of them Edomites be in my DMs too.
Yeah.
But you know, on TikTok, you can send messages and talk to people directly.
The way you used to could do with YouTube before they switched the shit.
And they'll recognize you like, nah, that guy's on point, man. This government is fucked up. It's flawed. They just attacking him speaking the truth. The Lord got a lot of raw ass deliverances set up for us, man.
That's right.
But willing with elect, the Lord got a lot of deliverances set up for us, man. There's a lot of hell coming down to this place, and that's even raw with deliverances set up for us. That's that Romans 9.
A lot of
And that Proverbs 16, when a man's ways are pleased the Lord, he maketh his enemies to be at peace with him.
That's right.
So we're gonna be like that Edomite that put all that Vaseline on himself, was running there, trying to catch him. I think he was running down.
George St. Pierre.
Nah, that was in the transporter.
Oh, that was
when he was fighting all them guys and he dumped the motor oil all over him.
Yeah.
And they were trying to grab him and he kept pulling the wind, cracking him.
We got the oil.
They kept saying it was cheap.
He had the oil.
All right, I'm about to play this.
Go ahead, brother.
Go ahead. Go play the bit.
Come on, don't do me.
They get with the black woman.
Come on, don't
Wow,
do me.
Is it on repeat again?
No, I set the other one down.
There's a lot of suckers.
Black, y'all.
With the audio.
Oh, you know I did turn it up some.
Ruling by the Fifth Circuit Court. Finding the Biden White House and the FBI and the CDC violated the First Amendment rights of millions of Americans by bullying tech companies into censoring free speech during the pandemic. According to that ruling, the White House, quote, coerced the platforms by way of intimidating messages and threats of adverse consequences. So in other words, the Biden administration forced social media companies to remove our posts that were critical of the Biden administration or made the Biden White House look bad. Fox News alert, a bombshell ruling by the Fifth Circuit Court. Finding the Biden White House and the FBI and the CDC violated the First Amendment rights of millions of Americans by bullying tech companies into censoring free speech during the pandemic. According to that ruling, the White House, quote, coerced the platforms by way of intimidating messages and threats of adverse consequences. So in other words, the Biden administration forced social media companies to remove our posts that were critical of the Biden administration or made the Biden White House look bad. This ruling could have a major impact on the 2024 election if Democrats lose control of the narrative. The White House says it's evaluating its options.
So it's all about controlling that narrative, man.
And how many times have I heard from the apostles on down to Elder Malcolm on down, especially here in Chi-Town, that they want to fucking control the goddamn wicked ass left-hand side narrative. And now it's thrown right back in the fucking face. All praises and honor and glory to Yahweh Bashmiel Shai. Because truth shall prevail and truth will prevail for eternity, motherfucker. You can play games now, but you will not be able to turn and thwart Yahweh Bashmiel Shai or this truth. All right?
Hey, it's funny you say that. It's not like that old commercial. You can pay now, or you go pay later.
That's right.
Hey, if you did get rid of the right to see, if you did get every Israelite off the planet, you'll have to kill your daughter because she still got the seed in something. I'm thinking about Bill Gates.
Yeah. Hey, you have to be like old boy when he came out and his daughter was the first one in his team. You gotta go on and put her to death.
Rapati got a priest. Go ahead, bro.
Just to back you up, brother. First, Esdras 4:38. As for the truth, it endureth and is always strong. It liveth and conquereth forevermore.
That's right.
Undefeated.
All the bills.
That's why. See, this. First of all, these heathens don't know. The wicked don't know. Everything that we're dealing with is all about Yahweh Bashmiel Shai and the hope for righteous elect. He doesn't care about nobody else but the hope for righteous elect. Everything is meant for us and for our sakes, man. All right.
I got him. First address.
All right.
I got a precept.
Go ahead,
This
brother.
is Second Ezra 6:27. For evil should be put out.
Oh,
and
excuse
deceit
me.
should be
No,
quenched.
no. Say that again.
For evil should be put
One
out.
more time.
For evil should be put out.
So-called white man, the so-called goddamn devil, and the 2/3 that follow the so-called goddamn devil, and the heathens who follow the so-called white man, the so-called god devil. It's all the evils of this goddamn earth. And the Most High said, the evils shall be put out. You think you can stop that? You can't. All right?
And deceit should be quenched. As for faith, it shall flourish.
Why is there a GMS Finland? Why is there GMS Holland? Why is there a GMS all over the planet? We haven't flew over there. We haven't went over there jet setting all across the sun to wake up and get proselytes and try to go get money.
I bet you IURC try to go to Finland now.
Of course.
Hey, you got a guy in the Philippines calling on Yahweh while Yahweh shot.
Of course.
Yeah,
a whole church.
It's a whole church.
Yeah.
And they call it, it's a whole church, brother. Ain't a guy. It's a whole church. And they go out and do street ministry
That's
every
right.
week.
Come on.
Damn.
There it is.
And we have camps all across the planet because
Jamaica, East Africa, Kenya.
that's right, brother.
Con.
And that's the power of the Lord, Yahweh Bashem Shai. You cannot quench the spirit of the Heavenly Father, man.
Australia.
Go ahead.
Corruption should be corruption should be overcome, and truth, which have been so long without fruit,
Excuse me?
and truth, which have been so long without fruit.
See, sometimes we wonder why we still here and why we doing what we're doing. Because guess what? The Most High still doing His work. When all the elect is 1,000% sealed, when all the 1/3 of the 1/3 everybody is sealed, it'll be done. But right now we still got work.
Yeah.
See, right, a lot of the 144 may be sealed, but guess what? There's still a lot of 1/3 too. There's niggas on the block that still we say, and we're who? Right? Until when every soul of the Most High that He wants to save, because we talked about it a couple of weeks ago. Once the Most High starts this shit going down, ain't gonna be no, and we the real Hebrew Israelites. No, ain't gonna be. Let me go ahead and talk to you. Once the family of the word is here, we're not going out in the streets anymore. We're not trying to go wake up motherfuckers anymore.
And the scriptures say, my people shall be willing and dead our power.
Yeah.
It's a lot of Jake that we didn't lay the seed. The Lord might even let them come in.
But they pass that information on to other people who were able to come in. And there's a lot, and what I've also noticed too is that all over social media, there's the Isaiah 4:1 spirit is moving through women. Women are talking about that, and a lot of women are like, I'm ready to accept it. So that's happening. So that's a major prophecy. I mean, that's a major step toward prophecy with these women having that mindset. You know, and all of a sudden all these videos of women saying, well, that wasn't a part of our culture. We always had a what they call the word, they like to use that word polygamy. But you know, there was always and polygamy was for the building of a nation. It wasn't for someone's personal selfish thing. You know, it was so much more to it.
Salakia.
And it's a lot of women that speaking like
Salakia, elder. Bitch, shut up. Polygamy was for for the man's personal benefit.
Yes.
The woman was made for the man.
That's right.
All right. Before that was ever a nation that could be built, Adam was referred to as the son of God, and woman was made for him. And it talks about his extra children. It mentions a specific line of his children, but also in Genesis tells you he has sons and daughters. Polygamy has been around for man's personal benefit, for pleasure. And Sirach tells you the man loving nothing better than a fine woman. All right, so it's for his pleasure and also the benefits to it.
Yep.
But all that other shit you're saying, bitch, shut up. That ain't true. That ain't scriptural.
Hey, look.
You trying to justify shit to your man with your own logic, lean not to the understanding, man. All right, the man is here to do what the man does.
That's right.
All right, and you here to do what the man wants you to fucking do.
Hey, and
That's
if
right.
everybody,
and they gonna have to, and
The fuck
they
out of here.
gonna have to accept that.
yeah, well, no,
That's the
I mean,
dying right version.
well, if
I don't drink that shit.
if everybody was in their God-given nature, which is
God.
going to be in the kingdom, of course,
Con.
that's why the kingdom is going to be paradise. And here it is: our women are going to, just love the kingdom and love the fact that a man is in his rightful place and a woman is in her rightful place.
Con.
I'm talking about divine, God-given order and nature. Okay, and when that happens, that's when it's beautiful for everyone. All right?
Synergy.
Because everything works in the synergy, a God-given order, man.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And when it's going according to His morality, thus saith the Lord, when it's going according to the divine nature, all right, then that's when you get a paradise. That's when you get the when the righteous are in authority, the people rejoice.
That's right. So you bitches are happy now because you got liberty to go after your flesh. Yeah, you more depressed now than ever.
Right.
That's why. Hey, look, this not even like a secret thing. If you just pay attention, these black bitches and these bitches in general in America are all on antidepressants. Right? Because you got freedom to be on the.
That's why they smoke so much.
Yeah, you twerking on the headlights at the stoplight. Yet you're depressed because you got multiple baby daddies. Because you fucked up. All right. Meanwhile,
And ain't neither one of them there.
And don't nobody want you outside of you just to twerk on them.
Exactly. That's all you good for.
They ain't trying to take care of them little snot nosed big mouths.
Nope.
You ain't my daddy ass little motherfucker.
Hell no.
Then she snap it, throw Tommy in the microwave.
Hey, real quick, and you spoke on liberty because here it is, you saying they got the liberty to just do whatever. And like I always say, they have basically freedom or the liberty to die.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? As opposed to being bound to life, which is going to happen in the kingdom.
That's true happiness.
Exactly.
When you with you and your 100 sister wives, 200 sister wives, 999 other sister wives, that's when you're gonna truly experience happiness, bitch.
Exactly. Yeah.
She gonna have
Let me
true
grab
friends,
this. This is
true
Second Esdras chapter 7 verse 34. You know what? 33. It says.
Call out again.
This is Second Esdras chapter 7 verse 33. It says, "And the Most High shall appear upon the seat of judgment, and misery shall pass away, and the long suffering shall have an end. But judgment only shall remain. Right. Truth shall stand, and faith shall wax strong. And the work shall follow, and the reward shall be showed. And the good deeds shall be of force, and the wicked deeds shall bear no rule." You see, the wicked deeds shall bear no rule, because this was the place, this present temporal evil world was given over to the wicked, to where wickedness had some sway, some power, some influence.
It looked good. It was a land of darkness, where darkness as is light itself, like it said in Job. It looked good.
You get those bursts of adrenaline rushes.
Yes.
Your flesh do what it want to do. Oh, it feels good. Then the other 95% of the time you fucked up, depressed, sad, in the rat race, but that rush, that Saturday night rush, all that white girl wasted rush.
And that's the thing, because no matter what in this world, exactly, and then you're looking for the new high.
Right, and then that gets old too, and
then you're looking for another high.
And so there's nothing to keep you going.
And it's that rat going around
that wheel.
That wheel.
Exactly.
And no matter what, it's just like even the elite. And I forget the quote that the Apostle Gabar or the Apostle Rambam says, that it says, when you got all the riches and when you got everything, it's like, well, the next thing is just to be in control of all the people. You know what I'm saying? And it's just like, again.
Isaiah 14, they want to be as if they're God. Now they're on the God level.
Play that video, brother.
Yep. And did you send it to?
It's an info room.
It was a different.
I posted it.
Okay, I just got to refresh the page because obviously it didn't pop up.
Go ahead, brother. Bring it up.
This is Matthew 26 and 54. But how then shall the scriptures be fulfilled, that thus it must be? All of this is still all scripted of Yahweh while Yahweh Shah.
Yeah, that's
right.
All these things, no matter how far to the left it might be, it's all still scriptured by Yahweh while Yahweh Shah. It's going to come to pass. Esau going to wind up in the fucking kingdom, pulled out of them fucking $1 and $2, $3, $5 billion fucking bunkers and twisted. Because that is what the Lord says is going to happen in the end.
Lord Jacob Rothschild gonna pick up a log on his back. I don't know how to do it.
I don't know how to do this. So that's what your whole motherfucker, you'll figure it out. I got nothing but time, nigga.
I don't know how to do it.
I got nothing but time. You will figure it out.
You gonna learn today.
All right, so this is
Welcome back to the show from House Energy, Congressman Michael Burgess. Congressman, it's great to see you again. I mean, what do you think of this story? I mean, this is happening right as OPEC Plus and Russia is cutting oil production. Does he really want like $10 gas? I mean, who is he president of? Is he president of us, or is climate change political donor base? Because now I'm going to have to import more oil.
That's correct. And look, of course, the statement was made that there will be a lawsuit. I hope there is. This is a law that was passed by Congress in 2017, signed by the president at the time, Donald Trump, and he does not have the ability to just wave his hand and disrupt that legislation, because this is existing current law. Now, I think they'll be successful in their lawsuit. It is obviously an unconstitutional, illegal taking, and facts are just so wrong. And to your other point, why does he hate the middle class in America so badly that he wants to saddle them with $6, $7, $8 a gallon gasoline on top of everything else he's done?
Congressman, we're seeing these stories coming in too, that, Biden's goal of a carbon-free electric grid by 2035, that's going to be cost about triple what it would be if you had natural gas-powered energy. That means low and middle-income taxpayers are going to pay more for electricity.
Yes, they are. And in Texas, we've had, 10, 11 days where our grid operator has said, hey, don't turn up the AC when you get home, because all the solar panels go offline at sunset. I mean, who knew that would happen? Wind turbines don't blow, don't turn when the wind's not blowing, with this high pressure ridge that's been on top of us for several weeks now,
right there.
causing our
It goes to show you the logistics behind this was a complete failure. But there's no more wisdom in teaming. All right, they set it up to go on all this solar power, but then when the sun goes down, the turbines don't turn anymore. So people who are people or things that are not already charged up are completely and totally fucked. So they're creating them, and then it's going to cost more money for this, and it's going to cost more resources. In the long run, this really turned out to be a really bad idea.
Yeah, going solar shit. They telling you Illinois. Yeah, the government is paying you to go solar is a scam. Did you get the screenshot I sent you? Yeah. So you see all the advertisements for it.
Right.
Then you got people that went through with it. You got to pay for those solar panels. So they install them, do all this shit for free. But this bitch talking about, I think she said like $30,000 for the panels.
So then she got hit with the bill.
Yeah.
They installed it for free. So they was like, no, installation was free.
Right.
You got to pay for this.
Now the thing is, and then when you put it on your property, because they can't even try to get me to do the shit, and I was like, well, if you put it on my house and you put it on my property, this is my shit. You putting your shit on my shit, it's 50-50. Anything the power comes out of that, we split. They say, no, you get free energy, but we make all the profits. I said, oh no, and so I said no.
And it's not free energy either. You still get charged. ComEd still charge your ass. You still connected to the ComEd shit.
And that's the crazy thing, is that ComEd and Edison wasn't responsible for that. Latimer was in the first place.
And then,
they lied on that. But the fact is that when Tesla set up, Nikola Tesla set up this power thing in the first place in the grid, it was set up to be for free.
That's right.
It's not even necessary to charge people for electricity, because it can be generated.
It's everywhere. Electricity is everywhere.
They're full of shit. All right. They charge you for something that generates for free.
It was a Jake. I ain't gonna call him an Edomite. He perceived to look like an Edomite, but he figured out it was called an ionic generator. And what he did, he made it for the car, and he used the ambient energy that's around us to create the power. Because let there be light. There's energy everywhere. Everything vibrates.
It was everything that's created was created with energy. Everything. I don't care, the wall, the picture, the TV, the floor, the grass, the everything. Everything has the quarks. I was watching another video the other day, and the dude was like, they went into the atom, then they went into the molecules, and they went to the protons, and went to the electrons, and the quarks. But everything is the light. When Genesis 1:1 said, "Let there be light," that's energy, man. That's power. Without that, you have nothing.
And
it would be void.
It says the Lord incorruptible spirit is in all things.
Come on!
His spirit is what? Energy, is light, is everyone. Right. Acts 17 chapter says, through him we move, live, and have our being. The Lord's spirit is in everything. Wisdom Solomon the 7th chapter says, wisdom is more moving than any emotion. Her light going through all things. Everything, Adam, that's why they tell you, Adam's is moving, it's moving, it's moving. Nigga, that's the Wisdom Solomon. We knew this already, man. We saw you trying to catch up. We already got this.
We got this part.
We had science, man.
Yeah, their science is weak as hell, man.
Nigga, we know this shit.
But somebody get that scripture real quick. Is there more wisdom in teaming? Then we're gonna finish this video. Man, hold your thought, around.
Yeah, hold on thought, man. Grab your head.
Shit, he ain't on
I got it.
Who got the precept?
Jeremiah?
No. Yeah, what's the thing?
Yeah, Jeremiah 49 and verse 7. Concerning Edom, thus saith Yahweh of hosts, is wisdom no more in Teman? Is counsel perished from the prudent? Is their wisdom vanished?
And the answer is Khan.
Yes.
All right, this is the Lord. Hey, the Micah of shit. The Lord said a couple times, Isaiah 47. He said, "What? Go to your prognosticators. Basically, do your witchcraft. Put it all in there. Till you can stop this. You can't stop it. All right. Your land is gonna come to destruction. You're gonna lose your widows. Your son gonna be put to death. All right. Your economy is gonna crash. All right. Unemployment is only going to increase. All right. That's the precept towards Isaiah 19. And you're going to be dying. That's right, man. This is Isaiah 19 and 14. The Lord hath mingled a perverse spirit in the midst thereof. Get out of the way. All right. And they have caused Egypt to err in every work thereof, as a drunken man staggereth in his vomit. Neither shall there be any work for Egypt, which the head or tail, branch or rush may do.
That's
what
right.
this big say? Why does Biden hate the middle class so much? All right. Unemployment is only going to fucking increase. All right? The squeeze is only going to get tighter on you people, man.
Yep. And you can't stop it from happening, man.
You can't stop the rain.
That old school movie, Billy Jack, what did he tell the sheriff? He told the sheriff, I'm going to take my foot and I'm going to keep you on this side of your face. And you ain't going to be able to do nothing about it.
That's a spirit.
And the sheriff was like, pow!
Elder Malcolm.
And he did it.
There's the spirit
Right?
so much. Saturday we mentioned this topic. Was something about Esau is going to be forced to move his hand. The Lord is like the hero that tell you what he's going to do before he do it. And the exact quote I used to the spirit was, I'm going to take this foot and walk it on that side of your face.
Same quote.
I'm Riley my witness. I'm Riley my witness.
Same quote. Same quote.
That's the spirit, man.
The Lord loves to repeat himself.
Hey,
The fact that we haven't expanded enough in the dispatchable, in the thermal sources of energy, gone with renewables to the detriment of more reliable forms of electricity. Look, we should be expanding nuclear, we should be expanding natural gas, and yes, there is probably a place for coal in Texas. All of the above are necessary to keep the lights on.
You know, Congressman, now we're more dependent on Iran, Russia, OPEC Plus, Venezuela. They're not our allies. And, you know, the thing is, Congressman, the climate change side of the aisle, they'll say, environmentalists will say, you know, drilling for oil is dirty, it's polluting. But we've got elected officials out of Alaska saying, no, we do it safely and cleanly. What do you think?
Well, look, I've actually been to Anwar, and I've been to the village up there. I've talked to the mayor and the townspeople. They are anxious for this resource to be developed. And there is a lot of nothing. You can fly over this area for mile after mile, and there's really nothing there. And it's a tiny portion of that is going to be where the oil and gas are going to be drilled. I don't know why this is such a holy grail to the radical environmental left, but it is.
Got it. Congressman Burgess, thanks for joining us tonight.
Well, this just goes to show you, like, these Biden and not only Biden, but all these Edomites, they're not fit for rulership. They're not fit to rule, man.
Demon rule.
Hey,
All right?
Yeah, because these are burns clean. There's no reason why you can't just get this shit and make it diesel. All right, get whatever nuclear power you want to use. Get the coal, whatever you want to use. There also electricity is everywhere, and it'll be okay. The Lord really got you in a trick bag. She said something heavy. She said we relying on the OPEC nations who are not our allies. That's that Obadiah. If I can grab it, they that eat thy bread with thee, lay the wound under thee. Man, this is all the end of America.
That's right, brother.
This is all the end of this.
And with
business.
the advent of the BRIC nations, first of all, before the BRICS came around, Saudis were American allies. But then, now that you got the BRICS, they went in and they just signed the BRIC OPEC new nations to BRICS. And guess who's on the BRICS new? And first it was Brazil, Russia, India, China, and South Africa. Do the last summit over the last month, they added the two OPEC nations, Saudi Arabia and the two OPEC ones, the oil people, Saudi and the other one. I can forget the other one off the top of the head. So now the BRICS owns it's over 50% of the oil. They have over everything, and about just under 40% of the other nations. The BRICS and it has just taken it over.
It's taking it all over, man.
It's funny you say that because Turkey just said that it don't make sense for us not to go into an agreement with Russia on grain.
They got to.
Well, that's why they were letting the fields in Russia. But
Right.
hey, look, while America is pushing LGBTQ++, BRICS is adding BRICS+++. So LGBT++ is in America. BRICS is plus with the allies because Venezuela is one of the countries. Not to mention that this is one of the reasons they might want to go after Mexico because Mexico basically. They were doing the same thing that America was doing, where they were letting the petrol companies do these gas purges and selling them out. Well, now what they're doing is Mexico increased the production now that they nationalized the petroleum and the lithium again.
Now that they're BRICS.
Now that they have that safety net of BRICS,
right?
To be able to be like, you know what? You know who needs gas? Mexico and the U.S. So now. Mexico is about to need some more democracy.
Yeah, America's gonna go down there and bring some good old democracy. But it's just a spirit, right? Grenade, great. You can't say democracy.
Democracy,
great. But it's just funny. I find it funny though, in the midst of all this conversation and everything we just did, that will be left sitting on the screen. All right, and it says shocking traffic court judges don't want you to know. Ain't no fun when the rabbit got the gun. And this is a woman who's always coming against Title 4D.
That's right.
And she was a former lawyer and prosecutor, so she knows the law. All right?
An insider.
A rogue insider. She's a rogue insider, and she's coming against them hard, man. And showing what it says. The 5 things that happen which solidify your enslavement and consent to being a debtor. That's definitely dealing with Title 4D. All right? So she's exposing the inner workings of Esau's crooked law system. And what we're talking about, the exposure of Esau. Didn't you just call for a scripture? I got the Obadiah. Obadiah. Also get that Habakkuk 2 and 6, and we going have they laid a wound under you?
That's Obadiah.
That's Obadiah. Yeah. Okay.
Sorry, 1-1.
No, but Habakkuk 2 as well.
I got the Habakkuk 2.
Okay, kind of. Go bring yours out, bro.
One at the Obadiah. There's Obadiah 1:1. It says, the vision of Obadiah, thus saith the Lord power, concerning Edom. We have heard a rumor from the Lord, and an ambassador is sent among the heathen. It says, arise ye, and let us rise up against her in battle. It says, verse 2, behold, I have made thee small among the heathen, thou art greatly despised. The pride of thine heart that have deceived thee, thou that dwellest in the clefts of the rock, whose habitation is high, that saith in his heart, who shall bring me down to the ground?
Right, and and then Esau doesn't respect his own law anymore, and his citizens are quite frankly sick of it. And Esau at this point is he's getting to the point where, like Yaki said earlier, he's just gonna have to hey, look, we're the devil, we get all the guns. And that's what it is. That's why they're arming all these different institutions, the IRS, the family what is it, family sources?
Some teachers.
No, what do they call it? The Title 4D people.
Health and family.
They want to arm them with they want to arm all these people with submachine guns, 40 caliber submachine guns. Right? Why? Yes, they want to give the family services, resources, whatever the fuck they call them,
and the IRS
they
before
wanna,
that, and the IRS before
and
that.
the IRS. So why? Because they're getting to the point where they're just gonna let the force, the strength of their force, be their power, their rule. Fuck what's right. Fuck the law that we made. We're abandoning all that shit. This is what we doing because we got the guns.
We come.
I don't give a fuck what I said.
And that exactly. I don't give a fuck what I said. What my law said. Fuck this law.
I don't give a fuck what I said.
I'm coming in and I'm enforcing it with my guns.
Speaking against the Lord, you see how it says out there? 1969.
I got this precept real quick. This Revelations 12 and verse 12. It says, matter of fact, I'm gonna start at 11. It said, and they overcame him by the blood of the Lamb and the word of their testimony, and they loved not their lives unto the death. And we went into that yesterday on the line. Like, I don't give a fuck about this shit. You know, like I'm ready for it to happen. It says, therefore rejoice ye heavens and ye that dwell in them, and that's us in this mind state.
Yep.
You know. It said, woe to the inhabitants of the earth and the sea, and that's pursuant to the book of Colossians, what's that, the 3rd chapter? But woe to the inhabitants of the earth and of the sea, for the devil is come down unto you having great wrath, because he knoweth that he have but a short time. And this is the time that we're living in right now, man. He's a rat backed in the corner, and all he can do is attack.
Chew his way out.
Yeah, he's a character in the video game that only has 2 weapons. One being illusion, other being the sword. Now the illusion is not fucking working no more.
Right. Exactly. That's a very good analogy.
Absolutely.
Brother. I like that. I might have to borrow that, brother. but go ahead and get that Habakkuk. We gonna.
They cost you.
Can you read the next verse on Obadiah? Because basically that was a cut to what they did, because they actually made a coin to commemorate
the lie.
Yeah, exactly.
That they actually went, to a hot ass star that they call the moon, a light.
That's why India could do a bogus fucking imitation, and the whole world like a bunch of retards clapping. And some big ass, some fucking Tetris ass, fucking Atari ass graphics, bro. Motherfucker. Go ahead,
this Obadiah 1 and verse 4. It says, though thou exalt thyself as the eagle, and though thou set thy nest among the stars, this will I bring thee down, saith the Lord.
And right here it says, in 1969, Apollo 11 said the eagle has landed. NASA in Hebrew means to deceive, to lift, to exalt.
Oh,
wow. That's heavy, man. And it's funny too. And now they're trying to scoff and make videos like Atari graphics. Americans clowning India because they telling the same bullshit lie.
Abraham brought this out for the record.
And it's funny because the eagle is the most filthy bird, but yet it's the highest flying bird. So what is Babylon? It's exalted filth. The definition that you just read was very spiritual.
It's a very evil bird.
Exalted deception as well.
Absolutely. And that's funny that you said that, because I was in that time where I remember the Apollo 10s and the Apollo 11 fucking t-shirts and sweatshirts that they were putting out. My mama bought that shit. I had that shit. Apollo. But I remember having a sky blue Apollo 11 fucking shirt.
Well, look what happened to Apollo Creed.
Hey, he got his ass whooped, and that was a shadow of things to come, because he got it by the Russians. He got destroyed by the Russians, and the word Apollo actually means destruction. That was a nomen omen.
That nigga was humping the campus.
That's why he said Apollyon.
That's right.
A big guy. You gotta say it like that nigga said, a big black angel. That ain't the breakdown. That's an inside joke. That ain't the real breakdown. But that's the thing about it. He came out and he was chucking and jiving with this nigger James Brown. And that's the spirit that Jake is in. And he said, living in America. And that motherfucking Russian came over here and beat that nigga to death, bro.
Yeah, he said if he dies, he dies.
He dies. And he beat him to death, bro. And James Brown was doing the split and all that crazy shit screaming. That's Jake over here having a funky good time. and he came and he sent that destruction.
Yeah,
that was a omen to what's gonna happen. It was a name prediction. And Apollo means destruction. That movie, I always bring out that Rocky example. That was very spiritual.
Con, you bring out that Habakkuk. We're gonna shut it down, brother. Go ahead.
I'm at verse 6, but where do you want me to start at?
To one, brother. Get the meat up.
Come on, man. That's crazy. The first Apollo 1 got destroyed.
It did. That's what I'm
space
saying.
exploration. Yeah.
And it means destruction.
Yeah, damn.
This is Habakkuk chapter 2, verse 1. I will stand upon my watch and set me upon the tower, and will watch to see what he will say unto me, and what I shall answer when I am reproved. And the Lord Yahweh answered me and said, write the vision, make it plain upon tables, that he may run that readeth it. For the vision is yet for an appointed time, but at the end it shall speak and not lie. Though it tarry, wait for it, because it will surely come, it will not tarry.
And every day we watch something pop off, something get closer.
Absolutely.
Every day, man. All right? Go ahead, brother. You're going to go all the way to 9.
All right. Behold, his soul which is lifted up is not upright in him. But the just shall live by his faith.
And that be us, the just, man. We're living by the faith of Yahweh Shai, nothing else.
That's right.
We really ain't got nothing else.
As we watch all this shit spiral out of control and fall down, we saying, hey, Yahweh Shai said he's got us.
And people are scoffing, and we've been, and the things that are happening in the world, we've been saying them before they happen. And now they're happening. But go ahead, brother.
Verse 5, it says, yeah, also, because he transgressed by wine, he is a proud man, neither keepeth at home, who enlargeth his desire as hell.
He always trying to go somewhere else and bring his wicked ass crazy, obscene philosophies. Go ahead.
The cousin that can make a horse into glue, type of weird shit. Which is political salaki, but it says,
bring it up.
It is as death, and cannot be satisfied.
He's as death, man. The water you drink is killing you. The air you breathe is killing you. The food you eat, you eating food is eating you back.
The clothes that you wear is killing you. The polyester, the lycron, and all that is actually carcinogen.
Yeah, all the bitches walking around in Lululemon, and they didn't put all the information out, and I still see bitches in Lululemon.
And guess what? Their crotches are goddamn defiled.
You know?
Sheen.
Go ahead.
On so many levels.
I mean, come on, brother. And if on the clothes tip, go look it up. Polyester, everything that's not natural actually is carcinogen if you wear it and start sweating. And guess what's one of the hottest parts of your body? Your penis and your vagina.
Bring it up.
Stupid.
Yeah.
Go ahead, brother.
Go ahead.
And is as death, and cannot be satisfied. But gathereth unto him all nations, and heapeth unto him all people.
He wants all nations and people unto him, but with him in charge, though.
Absolutely.
We're all going to be one people. I'm going to be in charge, but we're going to be one people.
That's that Jehovah's Witness
Right.
time.
Absolutely.
He got the taller, even when he taller, in the circle and shit, he got everybody else smaller. And then he on the top. This damn devil.
That's
right.
And he the basis. What you saying?
Like El Malcolm said. Yeah, we all want, but I'm gonna be the top dog.
I gotta be the top dog.
He's more astute than his fellows. You see what Donald Trump did? He pushed all them other crackers out the way.
Absolutely.
I'm the top dog.
And popped his collar.
Hey, absolutely. Walked up among all the fucking world leaders and said, hold on, I'm here now. Excuse me.
Make way.
Go ahead.
He was in there, move, bitch, get out the way.
Lights out.
Go ahead. Go ahead, Baton.
This is Habakkuk 2 and 6. It says, shall not all these take up a parable against him, and a taunting proverb against him, and say, woe to him that increases that which is not his. How long? And to him that ladeth himself with thick clay.
The dollar's dying. The debt-based currency, you can't spend your way into wealth, all right, and out of poverty, all right, and with a debt-based system.
They tried that with all the PPL shit.
Well, I mean, America makes nothing. America's about shopping in stores.
That's right.
And so you can't. So you can't get your only few people are gonna get wealthy out of people who own all the damn stores. Go ahead.
Verse 7. Should they not rise up suddenly that shall bite thee?
And that's what's happening. All the nations are angry and tired of getting getting bent over by America. And you come to America's aid and you get bent over. It's like, well, damn, I'm fighting with you. Why you bending me over? I thought they was the, If I knew I was gonna get bent over too, I just would have stayed with them niggas. Go ahead, brother.
Right there in front of my son.
Yep.
And await that shall vex thee, and thou shalt be for booties unto them. Because thou hast spoiled many nations, all the remnant of the people shall spoil thee.
Yeah.
Because of men's blood and for violence of the land.
And that's not only America, but that's the Edomite race in general. All right, that's multifold, because they are gonna be spoiled by everyone, because the truth of the matter is the world really hates Edomites. And they're women too. And they're going to be targets of everybody else.
That's Isaiah.
South Africa.
That's the Isaiah 14.
South Africa is fucked right now.
Right, that's the Isaiah.
And 13. They're feeling it. Go ahead.
Yeah, them Hamites in South Africa ain't going. They coming against Esau, man. They making it plain. They saying it. They ain't hiding it. They coming against the farmers. They coming against the so-called leaders of that shit.
Yeah.
That's their scripture.
And they taking back their land.
That's right.
Then they just kicked out the French.
The French got kicked out of West Africa and South Africa.
Yeah.
The French are actually trying to start wars, and that's another thing. South Africa's about to light up in wars. They're about to be wars all over South Africa.
That nigga's
giving, all over Africa.
That nigga's giving whole speeches, and I'm talking about the Hamite dude. He's giving whole speeches before the world, saying fuck these red devils, man. He's telling his citizens to rise up. We gotta fight them. And they going after him, man. They doing it just like they said, man.
Yeah, because you got, a lot of videos, a lot of people complaining about, why aren't we helping? We need to go help in the Western Edomites, the Western white people. They ain't screaming white power, because they ain't trying to go over there and fight with them damn Hamites and them Jakes over there mixed in. They ain't trying to go fuck with them. Meanwhile, the Edomites they're getting their doors kicked in. They're getting put to death. Yeah, I mean, and this is actually, they've been getting put to death on a low since around 2010. All right, they've been attacking these farmers and shit, but now it's just becoming mainstream now, because now they're getting the legal process of getting their land and all their shit back. And these Edomites are complaining, well, everything that the black people knew, they learned from us, which is a bullshit lie.
What?
Yeah, that's what one of the guys I played a video. Was saying that bullshit, but that's a complete lie. That's right. The truth of the matter is that almost most of the modern apparatuses that are used every day, including a lot of this cell phone and internet technology, was created by so-called black people. They love to throw out Steve Jobs' names and Zuckerberg and Bill Gates of hell, right? Kill Bates. But the truth of the matter is that when you really go and start doing the research into this thing, you find out that it was actually different black people that were behind. I didn't know that it was a black guy behind iPhone.
Yeah,
he was the main guy.
Yeah, Bill Gates nor Zuckerberg actually created anything. They actually stole their ideas from niggas they're supposed to be cool with.
Right. You gotta look at.
Well, that's Esau doing what Esau do.
That's how the slave
it says, "Sit them not by thee." All right, but go ahead and finish that, brother.
I own the patent.
Yeah,
that you set
Thomas Jefferson was the first over the patent office, and he got a lot of Jake ideas got stolen. All right.
The elder mentioned Louis Latimer earlier.
Yeah,
that's right.
Samsung spirit.
That's right. Nikola Tesla gas.
And when free energy, kill him.
Hey, what they go
Then named the company after the nigga.
They wild.
They stole a lot of his technology too. He came up with the modern day, the alternate current generator. He made that AC.
And wanted to put it in lights, but they said no. Yep, they sure did.
He actually, like I said, he wanted to power cities for free.
Yeah, kill him.
And you know the Rothschilds is on the scene like for free.
Free with the fucking
that's exactly how this shit happened.
Thank you for your contribution. Your sacrifice is much appreciated. Kill him.
Oh, they just killed. It just happened in modern time. This was recently. This happened in the last year, 2 years. The dude, say it loud.
The water car
Yeah,
dude?
the water car.
Man, they got rid of his ass immediately.
The second one.
Yeah, I was going to say it was a couple of them. There's a couple of them.
Well, this one, he was like an Edomite kind of, but yeah, he just recently died.
Yeah, but that was the second.
We can go back to the 60s.
It was one dude. It was one dude in the late. He was like early 80s.
Yeah.
Early 80s, right after the 70s. It was the guy. He had a hot rod and he was running it off water.
Yep.
Yep.
You know, and then they show how the military came and sat down with him. You know, was looking to buy his technology. But you got to think about it, man. We were fighting oil wars. The dollar was powered by the oil.
The oil.
So it's like, so here this nigga gonna come with water. And that's basically that was gonna fuck the dollar up. So you saw him drive off in his hot rod. That was the last time.
Absolutely.
That was the last time you saw him.
That's it.
You saw him burn out. You know, that was it.
Hey, what's crazy?
That's it.
Even with the water shit, they showing how water is power right now. They making lighters out of water right now. That shit all over TikTok to show you the energy.
The hydrogen they put
They
out.
putting 2 nails and closing it and putting a battery on the end of it and making lighters.
There it is,
A lot
man.
of shit be bullshit on the internet, man.
Yeah,
Fact check.
go ahead.
Go ahead.
Fact check.
It's hydrogen.
Fact check.
Habakkuk chapter 2 verse 8. It says, because thou hast spoiled many nations, all the remnant of the people shall spoil thee.
So, and we just gave a perfect example of that, of what's going on in South Africa and West Africa. All right, go ahead.
Because of men's blood and for the violence of the land, of the city, and of all that dwell therein.
And they like to forget all the Holocaust that they committed on all these different people around the world.
Right, us.
All right, and
sacrifice.
mainly us. But go ahead.
World War II. Verse 9. Woe to him that coveteth an evil covetousness to his house, that he may set his nest on high, that he may be delivered from the power of evil. Thou hast consulted shame to thy house by cutting off many people, and hast sinned against thy soul. For the stone shall cry out of the wall, and the beam out of the timber shall answer it. Woe to him that buildeth a town with blood, and establishes a city by iniquity.
And that is basically the MO of Esau, Edom, the so-called self-proclaimed white man.
That's right.
All right. Hey, so with that, we're gonna give all praises, all honor, and glory unto Yahweh.
Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem, Rakabadash.
Wa abba ball.
Abba Ball.
Turn the machines
Now
off.
pull up that water lighter.
Back.